Okay, so today we're going to be learning how we find the unknown side when we're just given one side and we're given the perimeter. So what we're going to do is we're going to think on what do we know? So I know the equation for perimeter, okay? I know that perimeter is equal to the length plus the length plus width, okay? What else do I know? I know one of these sides. I know that the length is 16, and I also know the perimeter. So the perimeter is equal to 52. Now what we can do is we can take what we know and we're going to plug it in so we can think logically about what is our next step and what we need to do. So I have 52, which is equal to 16 plus 16 plus W plus W, okay? So let's think. We're going to add these two numbers up because we know we have two lengths. Let's figure out what that is. So we're going to rewrite our numbers. So we know 52 is equal to 32 because I just added 16 and 16, so I know it's 32 plus W plus W. So I'm going to get these W's by themselves, okay? This is a positive number, so we're going to subtract it from each side so we can figure out how much we have left. So I have 32. I'm going to subtract from each side. So these two numbers have just been canceled out. Now what am I left with? 2 minus 2, I know is 0. 5 minus 3 is 2, okay? So now I'm left with 20. So we're going to rewrite our problem. We like to rewrite so we can keep track of everything. So 20 is equal to the width plus the width, okay? So this is saying the same thing. We have two W's. We have two groups of W's. So this is actually saying the same thing as 2W, okay? So when we see two numbers like this or a number and a letter together like this, that means that there was some type of multiplication happening there. So we need to think, what is the inverse relation of multiplication? We know it's division. So we multiplied a number here. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide it by 2. Okay, so we're going to do divide by 2. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to divide it by 2. All right. So let's work it out. We should be able to do mental math here, but if not, remember, because we are going to eventually get into some bigger numbers, we're going to use partial quotients. A lot of my students like to use partial quotients. So I need to think, what number can I multiply by 2 to get me close to 2? I know that I can multiply 1. So 1 times 2, I know is 2. Now I'm missing one digit here, so I'm going to add a digit. Add a digit. That tells me that 2 times 10 is equal to 20. I subtract, I'm left with 0, okay? So remember, what we solved for here is actually that W, all right? Now, let's figure it out. We know our W is equal to 10. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to, let's go ahead and see if we are correct. So remember, we always check our work, or we can check our work in math. So let's look. We knew that the perimeter was 52. So this is our goal. We're trying to make sure we have 52. We know that perimeter equation, length plus width plus width, okay? We just figured out our width was 10. We already knew our length was 16. Let's add it up and see if we get that magic number of 52. So we have 16 plus 16 plus 10 plus 10. So we know 16 plus 16 is equal to 32. We know 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. Once we add them up, we have 52, which is that magic number. That's how we know we're right.